Good morning, everybody. Welcome to #Grow Your Life live morning sessions where I talk every single morning on a way for you to grow in your life and your business. This dovetails on my podcast that I do once a week. Episodes come out every Monday. And we have the #Grow Your Life community, which is a mastermind community that people are growing and learning how to grow in their life and their business. One of the things that I always have as a practice, and I got this from Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. It's one of the #1 books that I recommend people read in business. And a lot of people write it off because they're not a publicly traded company, because it studies publicly traded companies. But I would ask you, even if you don't even have a business and haven't started yet, or are leading people or considering starting business, to read Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. I'm going to leave an affiliate link to that book in this post, by the way, after it goes live. But this is not about the book. It's about a concept that I extrapolated from the book, specifically where he talks about the hedgehog concept of how companies go from just being good to great. And one of the #1 things is this, is what can you be the best in the world at? What do you have a passion for? What can make you money? But what can you be the best in the world at is one of the ones that people actually miss and they avoid because of fear of saying, well, I am not the best in the world at this, or becoming the best in the world would be very hard. And this is a place where we need to have vulnerability and ask ourselves, truly, honestly, A, what do I love? What do I do? What do people come to me all the time and ask for my opinion on? What could I roll out of bed and do exceptionally well, with excellence? Can I improve at that thing? And if you find that, and I want to ask you this, what is that thing that you can do exceptionally well? And it's not just about, well, I transfer videos to digital, or I sell a network marketing product, or I make an app, or I make coloring books. It's not that. It's that thing that allowed you to do that. And then what has a mass market reach that I can become the best in the world at? You're not already, by the way. This is not saying you have to be already. I want you to unlock this part of your mind. What can I become the best in the world at has nothing to do with your current skill at all. It's actually a starting point. And if you can ask yourself this, what can I, not what am I the best in the world at? Because trust me, there's always somebody that's better. There's always somebody that's better at everything that we do. But if we make our pursuit in business what we're doing to be the best in the world in our industry at doing this, at helping people, we can grow, we can learn what we don't know already. We can discover new experiences, new truth, new, that replace whatever we're believing, our current system of operation, to then become the best in the world at it. And even if you don't become the best in the world at it, and you failed by 99%, but you became in the top 100 of the best in the world, what would that thing be? And so this is what I like to ask people. I like to do this. What can I become the best in the world at? And the pursuit of that, and then when from this place of thinking, you start to learn, what don't I know? What don't I know that I need to learn, discover, to unlock, to become the best in the world at it? Become excellent. This is not about competition. This isn't about winning. This isn't about beating out or destroying anybody, by the way. This has nothing to do with you being a failure if you don't become the best in the world at it. But in your business, if you find that place that you say, wow, I could really grow and learn to become a leader and an authority in this area, this industry, and lead other people and learn to become the best in the world at this, that's the area that you should hone in on and focus on your time more than anything else. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? That's a great question. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? But then I want to say this, what can you become the best in the world at? Because if you're the best in the world at something, then you can't fail. And in fact, you'll actually fail thousands of times, millions of times. This is the truth. You'll fail constantly, but you'll then learn from the failures, stack your experiences, to grow, and that helps you become the best in the world at that. So I want you to look at that. And this may trigger certain things in people. This has nothing to do with identity. This has nothing to do with you are less than or worth more than because you are or are not the best in the world. This is purely a thought experiment for yourself to identify areas of calling, destiny, or if you're confused about if I should do this or this, I always start with this. Which one of those can you scale quickly? Which one of those can you become the best at and grow the quickest? That's the one that you should do. Yet most people pick the one that takes them the longest. So whatever you can become the best in the world at, focus on that. And then part of what Jim Collins talks about in his book is, what can you become the best in the world at and make money from? Because if you can't make money from it, you can't grow it. Because the money allows you to advertise, reach more people, expand, mobilize, share it with more people. The only reason to bring in money for an organization is to impact more human beings. It has nothing to do with buying stuff for yourself. It's 100% related to how can I impact other human beings around me. So what can you become the best in the world at? What can you make money from? And then what do you have a passion for inside of you as well? What do you have what lights you up in the morning? What is just so exciting that you absolutely love doing it? What is that thing? And when you have something that is all three of those, that you can become the best in the world at, that light you up, and that makes you money, that's the place to find what you're supposed to be doing. Right there. If you ask yourself this, whatever it is, open your mind. It's even about erasing preconceived notions of what people tell you you should be doing, and go down this thought experiment. What can I make money from? What can I be the best in the world at? And actually, I want to look this up real quick for you. The hedgehog concept diagram. It's right here. What am I deeply passionate about? What can I be the best in the world at? And what drives your economic engine? So an economic engine is what can you make money from? That's what the three are. What are you then deeply passionate about? Or better, what do you love? What are you good at? And what can you get paid for? And if you can find something that involves all three of those, right in the center of that is what he calls the hedgehog concept, in good to great. And he breaks down that every company that went from good to great and sustained hundreds of years of economic ups and downs had these three things. It was something that they loved to do, they were passionate about, they were the best in the world at, and they could make money from simultaneously. And there's a concept as well. It's a Japanese concept called a reason for being. It's called ikigai. And what they do, ikigai, is it combines what do you love, what are you good at, what can you be paid for, and this is what I love. What does the world need? You add that to it right there, and it becomes a mission, a profession, a vocation, and a passion. And when you can combine what does the world need, what can I make money from, what do I love, and what can I be the best in the world at, that's where we start to identify our destiny, our calling, and where we're supposed to go. And when you align your spirit with God, who created you, the creator of the universe, put this inside of you, from the moment you were born, there's probably something, if you look back throughout your life, that keeps popping up. And when you look at that, does it fit into what does the world need? What can I be the best in the world at? What can I make money from? And what am I passionate about? They have to simultaneously be those four things. That's a really good clue. It's not like this is what I have to do, but this is a clue to where you should take the steps towards. And if you start to do this, you will see everything start to transform around you. And that becomes a hint to your destiny and your calling. I'm not going to say it is your destiny and your calling, but it's a hint towards it. So hopefully this helps you understand how to identify that with the hedgehog concept, with ikigai. I probably messed up the pronunciation of that word anyways, but yeah. So watch this video if you just joined this at the end. I'm going to leave a link to those 2 diagrams as well as the Jim Collins book, Good to Great. This is how you can go out there and make an impact in the world around you. Grow your life, everybody. Have a good one.